I'd be pretty mad too if they made a game like this about me. Hey everyone, Rob J here, and welcome back to the Nova. Today we're talking Button Smash, and particularly the Incredible Hulk for the Sega Genesis. While the game has good art design, the gameplay leaves me smashing my buttons. Let's talk about the positives. The Incredible Hulk looks incredible. The sprite work for him is amazing. Check out these sequences. Take a look at his transformation. His shoulder charge, and his uppercut. His enemies and bosses are on par with him as well. Let's take a look at my favorite enemy, the Deadly Romans, in Tyrannus or Tyrannus Labyrinth. I can't pronounce the name correctly. They're reanimated from stone, and destroying them is so satisfying as they explode into 1,000 pieces. I recommend doing the pile driver as a finishing move. Two standout bosses for me are Rhino and Absorbing Man. Both characters are true to their comic origins. Rhino's attack focuses on brute strength. And Absorbing Man absorbs different types of matter to fight against Hulk. This game is full of catchy and atmospheric soundtracks. Composer Steve Collette did a great job utilizing the console's sound chip and making all the soundtracks fit the mood. My favorite soundtrack in the whole game. It's upbeat, energetic, and awesome. This soundtrack really gets the robotic feel of the stage across. Unfortunately, the soundtracks might be the best reason for progression in this game, but we'll get to that later. Soundtracks! Unlike most games of this genre, this game gives us playability in the form of branching paths and secrets that require the player to be either the Hulk or Bruce Banner. You can obtain additional Gamma Capsules, extra lives, or a Mega Gamma Capsule. Let's talk about the negatives. The devs must have assumed no one would finish this game as the presentation starts to lack towards the end of the game. If you look at the level transitions between the first 3 levels, there's a comic panel. But after you beat the 3rd level, all pretense is off. While this game has 3 separate endings, the ending for easy mode is just text on a white screen. That's pretty lazy. The main problem this game has is the gameplay. By sticking to the platforming genre, the game removes beat-em-up staples like comboing. This leaves the combat feeling slow and janky, which would be fine if the game wasn't constantly throwing enemies at you like it was a beat-em-up. Since there is so much enemy knockback, good luck utilizing Hulk's basic double punch, unless the enemy is cornered or stationary. While the Hulk has a variety of different moves, the slowness of combat makes you as a player resort to moves that are high damage. This means you end up running through the game using less than half of the Hulk's actual moveset. The Hulk has different movesets per energy state, and most of the time you're using the horizontal behind throw, as throwing an enemy into another enemy can deal a lot of damage. Let's take a look at the moves that I deem useful and that deal high damage, excluding the basic attack of course. By the way, when you're in Hulk out mode, there's no description in the manual of how to do the following moves. Shoulder charge, bear hug, pile driver, ground stomp, bowling an enemy. I can't pull it off. I had to read a guide online to pull off these moves. The level designs have their share of flaws, as the player can be extremely frustrated with an obstacle or soft lock. Later in level 3, there is a switch that needs to be hit in order to progress. If you're Bruce Banner and you run out of ammo and enemies in this area, then you're screwed. This actually happened to me. Near the beginning of level 4, the player is expected to see this red uvula switch on a red background. If you don't hit this switch before passing this difficult obstacle, then you can't cross this gap. The jump is already hard enough as you have to land in the middle, but imagine getting past it and seeing that there's no bridge and backtracking. It just sucks. Beyond the level design, the lizard enemies can be extremely cheap with their projectile attack, regardless if they're close or from a distance. Finally, at the end of the game, the last boss only takes one hit. Just like with the transition screens, it appears the devs just gave up. Does the Incredible Hulk hold up today? I would say no, unless you're a die-hard Hulk fan or a fan of Marvel Comics. While this game is aesthetically pleasing with good sprites, animation, music, secrets, and alternate paths, the game is plagued by being in the wrong genre, with relying on common beat-em-up tropes. The enemy knockback and inability to combo just makes the game a slog to get through. Have you played this game? What was your experience? Would you buy it? Let me know in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, please like and subscribe, and take care.